we need to actually just remove the glass because, believe it or not, the frame isn't attached to the glass. They design things a little bit differently with the 13 Pro Max. With past models, you had to remove the frame, but with this one, you can kind of just bypass it. What you do have to remove, though, is the little mesh here. You gotta pop this out. There we go. We have the mesh removed. Now we gotta pull out our refurbishing machine. We'll clean everything up and move everything aside. So you might be wondering, what the hell is going on over here? Well, underneath the silicone mat, we have a vacuum. And what this vacuum does is basically when I place the screen over here, it'll suck down on the screen so that when I'm using this wire to cut through the glue between the glass and the actual OLED, it won't move around everywhere. It'll be stuck in place and it makes it just a little bit easier. To do this, we're gonna need to use some pretty heavy duty gloves because the wire we're using can very easily cut your fingers. So this is quite important. Now on the machine, we're gonna turn on the vacuum and I'm gonna explain to you a little bit more about this whole process. We need to set the temperature of the flatbed, that's this metal bed here, to 110 degrees Celsius. That's about as hot as the screen can get without damaging the OLED. Now that this is nice and hot, we'll apply some alcohol to loosen the adhesive even more. Here's where the gloves come in. We're gonna wrap the wire around each index finger and start slicing. This corner of the display is our entry point. We just have to go back and forth with the wire, applying downward pressure so that we're not accidentally damaging the display. And once we get the wire fully under the glass, it's smooth sailing from there. Or so I thought. With most of the glass already removed, the vacuum was no longer holding it down, so I had to use my other hands as well, and we finally got that last piece off.